Hey, it's Lauren with Bargain Bead Box, and I am so excited today to show you our September collection, Mystic Moonrise. I had so much fun putting this one together, and I can't wait for you to see it. All right, so first of all, we have a Labradorite teardrop pendant. It is about 30 millimeters long, and it's about an $8.99 value. And you will see a lot of variation in these with the, it's a natural stone. And Labradorite, it's always a little risky doing a stone like Labradorite because each one is so unique and everyone's gonna get different ones. And knowing that, it's one of those things that I don't always, I'm like, that's kind of a risk. But this was a really nice batch of Labradorite. And all of the pendants that I looked at had flash to them. So some are a little more dramatic maybe just because of where the flash falls in the stone, but they're such a fun pendant. And I was very excited to find Labradorite at a price point I could include in this box because it is a more expensive stone, especially in a nice quality like this. And there's a little plastic fuzzy there. Anyway, and I was just super excited to find it and could not resist grabbing it. So this is the first time I've actually sent a Labradorite pendant. I'm very happy to be able to do that. So you get one of these. I'm just showing you three because I wanted you to see the variation. So you'll get one piece of these in the box. Next, we have two pieces of Lapis Teardrops, item number 2. And these are a $6.99 value. They are very nicely faceted. They are natural, so you'll see a lot of variation. Some like these have more of like the fun speckly patterns in them, almost more of a denim lapis. And then some of them are darker. So as with all natural gemstones, there will be variation, but you'll get two pieces of these. Next up is our 8mm Labradorite Strand. So these are going to be on the more subtle side with the flash, but there is still some flash in there. It's a great size. You get this great gray color with these dark flecks. It's really moody and made me think of like a twilight sky. Really like that gray color. So you get a full 15-inch strand of those. Next up, so these vary a lot. Let me see, I've got another strand over here just to show you. These are agate. So they are dyed and heated. They're a 4mm faceted round, and they're a mixed strand. And the samples that I received and was working with all looked more like this strand, where you've got like more like the darker blues and browns. But when they arrived, some of them had more of these like light blues in them too, which I actually kind of loved also. So you will see this variation in these strands as well. I'll just put those next to each other so you can kind of see the difference there. But these are the same item, the same value. It's a $7.99 MSRP with these pretty faceted agate beads. Lots of great mixed colors. Again, with natural gem strands, you're going to have a lot of variation, but you do get a 14-inch strand of those. Next up, and this one had a whole story with it. These are the 3mm Labradorite faceted rounds that almost weren't. So I had found a really good deal with a Lapidary, and then at the last minute, it turned out that not all of the rough was the quality that I had picked out, and I really wasn't happy with it. And they had another batch. They were like, we can cut you more. It was going to be close, but I was, you know what, let's do it. Those are just so much nicer. And actually the MSRP for the strands we ended up with, they told me is closer to $10.99 versus the $7.99 of the original batch, which is what's on the labels because it already made those up at the point which we discovered this issue. But these came in, I think, like 2 days before our shipping deadline, so I was very on the edge of my seat there, but they came in time. So thankful for the shipping team that got them all where they needed to go. I'm very happy we could include these for you. So these are, again, actually more like a $10.99 value because they're a very nice quality. They're clear. They have a good amount of flash in those beads. And they're teeny tiny, they're so finely faceted. And they're actually even nicer than the ones that I had originally planned on. So they had shown me the wrong sample. They had shown me a sample of this grade instead of the $7.99 grade on the bag. Anyway, long story short, they did get here. I was not stressed at all about that, but it worked out, and I'm really glad that it did because they're gorgeous. All right, next up we have these 10mm matte lapis round beads, and these are dyed for a more uniform dark blue. And I went with the dyed strand because the natural one, it was not as, it was much more of the like white mottled. It just didn't really go with the dark moody colors here. So I really did prefer this color for this palette. And they are gorgeous. They've got almost a sandy look to them. And just super dark and dreamy, and I love them. And that is about an $8.99 retail value for those 10mm bead size. And you get about 7.5 inches. All right, item number 7 is our Larvikite rondelles. So it's also known as black Labradorite. And Larvikite is very different in that it has much more of a silver flash to it. So you're not going to get those multicolor areas, but you will have some subtle silver shine in there. Look at that. It's really pretty, and it's just unique in the way that it is reflective. I thought these looked really pretty with the 8mm Labradorite. And again, they look like stars in the sky to me, those silvery areas. So I loved those, and they're about a $3.99 MSRP. Larvikite is not as expensive as its traditional Labradorite cousins. Next up, but I do think it's beautiful. Next up, we have these Freshwater Shell beads, and I'm gonna be honest, these just look like the moon to me. They've got an AB plating on them. I went ahead and had them coated because it just gives them extra shine and kind of reminds me of like those little corona glow that you see around the moon, you know, that like multicolor thing. Can we say corona anymore? I don't know. I thought they were pretty, and they just looked really fun to me, and like that 8mm size. So these are $3.99 MSRP, and you get about 7 inches. All right, and then we have these glass round beads in this dark, deep matte indigo, 14-inch strand with a $3.99 MSRP. And this color is so rich and pretty, and it's very September-y to me too, you know, kind of that sapphire blue for September. I loved it. And next up, item number 10, we have our star cut crystal beads. And these, this color is called Slate Vitriol Purple, but it's almost more of like a brown purple iris. It's not what I think of when I think of a typical vitriol, but over that grayish color, it looks really pretty. It looks woodsy to me and very, very mystical. And I love, love, love that star cut with those big, bold facets. So I thought that was just gorgeous and couldn't pass it up. All right, now we're on to our metal components. First of all, we have 2 of these 37mm crescents in antique copper. They are lead-free, nickel-free, and cadmium-free, and a $2.99 MSRP. And these, I've purchased them in silver before for our store stock, and I loved them. So when I found them in copper, I knew they had to be in this box. And you can use them for pendants or earrings, whatever you want to do with them. I love that filigree look. I just thought they were so, so pretty. And next up, we have these filigree style links. These are $2.99 MSRP, in case I didn't say that earlier. And these links are $3.99 MSRP because you get 10 of them. And they have this gorgeous little dotted filigree pattern that I think looks so pretty with these moons. And again, it's kind of a vintage feel almost. It's very just kind of that gothic Victorian type moody feel. I don't know, this is definitely a moody box, but I love it. It makes me feel comfy and cozy and like, I don't know, I want to drink tea and read some books and wear this jewelry. So that is number 12. Number 13, I just thought these star charms were too cute. You do get 20 pieces, which is a bunch. I wanted you to have enough to make like, I don't know, cluster earrings or make some like earrings with the chains and a couple of these dangling, or put them on here or wherever you want them. They're really cute. They're a great size, and they just want really super nice with the rest of the box. And you do get 20 pieces for that $2.99 MSRP, so I was pretty happy with that. It's a lot to do. It's enough to do quite a few things with, so couldn't say no to those stars. They're just too cute. And I like that they're open also, because you could use them as links if you wanted. It creates a lot of design opportunity, which is something I appreciate. All right, and that's not even all of them, and there's still a couple in the bag. That's just 20 pieces is quite a few, turns out. Okay, so next up after those, we have our leaves. And I did have a couple people ask me, why did you put the leaves in a box that's more celestial themed? And my answer to that is it's fall, and they're swirly and filigree like everything else, and it's like an autumn night, okay? It's a mystic autumn moonrise. We'll just pretend that's in the title too, but also I just love them. I can't say no to leaves. I have a problem. I am obsessed with leaf motifs, and these were so cute, and they're only $1.99 MSRP for all 10, so they were just a really fun ad. I saw them, I had to have them. I personally think they add some fun chances to tie this in with the autumn season, and the filigree just works well with the other filigree styled pieces in this box. So I threw them in there. If you want to lean more to the celestial, you certainly can, but I think they add a lot of fun autumn options. All right, now we're on to our spacer beads, number 10. These are a 6.5 by 3.5 millimeter patterned rondelle, and this one has a little extra friend. Look at that. Okay, sometimes the little piece from the mold, little cutout mold. Haven't seen that before with this, but these are just really cute. They have this fun little stamped round pattern on it that looks like a little moon to me, a little full moon, and also just some really fun texture. I love the texture of these beads, and I think they work really well. So I had to grab those. Rondelles are one of my favorite shapes for spacer beads. Just think they're super cute. So you get, did I say 30 pieces? Is that what I just said? Yes, that is what I said. Make sure I'm keeping myself on track here. Another 30-piece bag is these bead caps, and these are like a dotted 4-leaf, so it's kind of like a loopy, not quite a clover. You've got these little dots in between. They're just really cute and classic, and again, I love bead caps, and you will almost always find bead caps, not always, but usually, in my collections because I like them. I think it just adds a little professional touch to have that metal in there that just, again, creates more design options. That's really what I'm trying to do with these collections, is give you a lot of fun things to work with that coordinate so you can do whatever your heart desires with them. So you have 30 of these caps. They're fun, they're swirly, and again, they are hypoallergenic, lead-free, and nickel-free, and cadmium-free. So they're nice quality and add a nice touch. And yeah, you get 30 of them in this bag. I'm not going to put them all out because that would take too long, and I'm impatient. All right, moving on to item number 17. This will be our toggle clasp, which is a $2.49 MSRP, and you do get 4 pieces. And these are just little textured rounds. Again, you've got that little circular motif that makes me think of the moon. It also matches your little spacer beads really well. And they've just got a little bit of detailing on the top of that bar too. I don't know if you can see that, it's kind of subtle. So, but when it's sitting in the clasp, you can see it pretty well. Anyway, I just thought these were really cute. I love a traditional toggle, and I like that the center isn't quite exactly round. I don't know, it gives it almost like a crescent on the end there. I just think looks really nice with your crescent moons there. And again, just create some fun design opportunities. So again, 4 of those. I'm just going to put 2 there though because I'm running out of space. All right, and then you have 20-piece number 18, which I definitely forgot to put the number on that. Sorry, guys. But it's number 18, and at least it's the only number I forgot, so it's obvious what it's supposed to be. But these are a 20-piece clamshell bead tip. It is lead-free and nickel-free, and I really like these for finishing off my designs. So I wanted to throw a couple in because I know it can be hard in like a local store to find things in this antique copper finish. So these are really basically just a freebie. I didn't include them in the calculation for the value of the shipment. It's just something I wanted to include because I like to have it. So it's kind of a little bonus. And you have 20 pieces of those. All right, and then finally, our very last item, number 19, is our steel oval jewelry chain. And again, this is hypoallergenic, lead-free, nickel-free, and cadmium-free. So I wanted something that was lightweight enough that you have some options if you wanted to do like little tassel earrings with the stars or something, or if you wanted to use it between pieces, but also sturdy enough that you could just use it for a necklace as well. So this is a $3.99 MSRP, and you get 1 meter, which is approximately 3.2 feet. So enough for a couple projects, hopefully. And that is our September collection. I had a lot of fun putting this month together, and I really hope that you enjoy creating with it. Thank you so much to all of our members who make this box possible. We could not do this without you guys, and honestly, the volume block discounts we get from having you as many members as we do. That's the reason we're able to send you over $89 worth of stuff for $22.99. So if you are a current box member, then you received all 19 of these items for $22.99 with free shipping in the USA. If you join now, your membership will begin with October shipment. So you will start with next month's box. We close each monthly shipment on the 9th, and we ship everything out by the 10th. But we will have some September extras available on our website starting today. So feel free to check those out. And remember, if you do join us, you get a 30% discount to everything at beadboxbargains.com. So if you're a new member and you haven't got that code in your box yet, feel free to shoot us a message. And after you join, our team can look up your membership and get that code to you. Thank you all again so much. We really appreciate all of our members. I could not do this without you. And I am absolutely blown away that you let me pick out beads for you every month. So thanks for making my job possible. I hope that you have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. I hope that you enjoy creating with the September Bargain Bead Box. And again, I just really appreciate you being here. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. We've got a lot of September tutorials coming up for you. Thanks again, and happy beading.